Hi everyone and welcome to another Redefinition Games Developer Diary. It has been a long time.
Again!
Again. It's like that's the start of... Have I said that before?
It's our official intro. Hello everyone, it's been a long time.
I feel like since we're going to be talking about things that we've done, I feel like we've done this a million times, but we've never released it.
Oh, that exact intro?
Yes.
Potentially. Actually, I don't know if we released an intro like that before. Maybe what we're saying doesn't make sense to anyone.
Anyway, well, we're going to explain a whole bunch of things today because we have been a little bit too quiet compared with our videos for a while. The last one was in September. And yeah, so what's been going on?
Alex took a break for a little while.
Yeah, I took a break for about 3 months. It's about 3 months.
2 or 3, yeah.
2 or 3 months, and just to get away from development for a while and do something different. It had been quite stressful last year. If you remember the last video, I was quite ill, and that had escalated further beyond that after that point. So I decided to just, have a break, step away from development for a while, and do something else. And now I feel a lot better. Which is good.
Yay! So now we can focus on making stuff again.
Yep. We're still working on TVOThief, if
Yep.
that's what people are wondering still. That is still in development. A lot of the work that we've been doing over the last 3 years has been to make it, despite us saying that we're trying to make another game so we can sell it. Mostly just so we can make it and sell it, so we have enough money to work on TVOThief. Which never actually came about, mostly because those games would have gotten too big if we did take them all the way to completion, and would have left us in a situation similar to TVOThief where we need to update it, and there wouldn't be much people working on TVOThief now, would there? Because there's only me and Elise. So we always cut them short, didn't we? And then made sure that
We got what we needed out of them
Yep.
for TVOThief, but the thought of turning it into its own game and selling it never really happened. Oh well.
Mostly because we know that there are people waiting for TVOThief, and
Yeah.
it would be really annoying if we were working on something else and just supporting that instead of working on something that they want. And then, the likelihood of people asking, "Oh, where's this other game? Where's that? Where's this? Where's this?" Would have just been everywhere, and
Yeah.
we would have been in a position that was not helping.
So we're avoiding that.
So we not necessarily avoiding it. We made the executive decision to stay on track with TVOThief. Also, been a few things that have been happening around it in the last few years that we haven't been talking about. Things that really, really fucked us up, I guess we should say more directly. It was caused quite a lot of stress. Also helped fortify who we are now. There was a few situations where people had cloned our game, and they were nice enough to contact us and find out if what they were doing was wrong, which was interesting and different, I must say. We contacted legal advice to find out what was going on and what we could do, and under the situations that they were that the cloner had explained to us, it would have been quite a legal situation to be in, and we would have had to deal with it, which is not something we're interested in doing. But they were kind enough to know what they were doing and sort of responded and said like, "Oh well, I guess I won't publish it then," because it was basically a direct copy of the very nice Thief.
Almost an exact copy.
Yeah, like down to art asset, style, color, and everything. Which is, if that is something that you do, as I think you need to understand that you are literally causing trouble, for one thing, and also you should realize that if you're doing it to learn, keep it that way. Especially if you're copying someone else's game, learn from what they have done, but never treat it as if that is your game, because in the world of copyright, despite it not being very common practice in a lot of things these days, it is still a very serious issue, especially for game development. It actually caused us a few days of stress and made us not want to talk about our game anymore, which is the whole reason why we've been quiet, really. We haven't really been talking about anything very much in detail about what TVOThief is going to be.
Out of like clone fears, really.
Yeah. This is like, because at this stage we're working through it, and a lot of the things that we're trying is a little bit new, a little bit different. Nothing, groundbreaking, but it's our game. It's the thing that defines our game. If someone were to copy that, it would literally just make us not want to work on it anymore.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the case, and for a while, which actually led to my health being so bad. It was just all this stress from trying to figure out how to, separate ourselves from other people that are basically ripping us off, or even how can we make ourselves look different and still maintain our like what TVOThief was to everyone else, or is to everyone else, I should say. So it's been a whole bunch of things that have been happening in the last few years. And there's not all bad things have been happening. We've had some pretty good things as well. We actually were going to receive funding, which we backed down from due to stress, which is like this whole this is how shitty our situation has been. There's been a whole bunch of things that have occurred that have prevented us from doing things that would have helped and potentially jeopardize the whole thing and become one of those indies that you always hear about that are screwing people over and it's a scam and blah blah blah. It's like we're not interested in any of that. What we're interested in is making Thief cool and fun and literally just something that people will genuinely always enjoy and always can come back to, because the original one, it still holds up. It still does that, to our surprise. We're still getting a significant number of plays a day on GameJolt by itself. Like, it's still sitting around 2,000 plays a day, which is ridiculous.
For a few years old game.
Yeah, for a game that's nearly 3 years old now. And it just broke 4 million plays.
Oh,
which is even more bloody ridiculous.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show that
people like it.
Yeah,
and
people
we
like it.
Still want to make the new one.
Yeah, we want to give you a new one that holds up to everything that you have enjoyed about the previous one, and a little bit more. Well, not even a little bit, a lot more. And that's literally what we want to say.
Yeah, just like an update to be like, we're still here, we're still working on the game.
Like, we've been working on it for that long. I don't know how many iterations we've gone through and trying ideas and trying to see what TVOThief is going to be, but it's been a lot, and I'm kind of looking forward to finally making it into a full game.
Yeah, it's kind of exciting.
We should actually say we have had to make some decisions about whether multiplayer and a level editor will be in it, which is one of the features that we really would have liked to have done. But as it stands, it's not going to be our focus for the release. We're going to be focusing on the original game and making it more fleshed out and having more levels, because
trying to make that as good as it can be.
Yeah, is much more important than bells and whistles that we can add later if we get enough money to and can actually support it for a long time. Which is the real thing here, is that it's just me and Elise. It is literally me having to come up with all the code and figure it all out. Like, we're not buying any assets or anything like that. This is like, everything is built by us, everything is made by us, because that's what we were trained to do in school, and that's where we're comfortable. So everything that we're doing is basically unique and is for the game, which is hard in itself. But at the end of the day, it's something that we want to be special for people. It's something that is going to be hopefully very special to people. And we hope you all appreciate it and all the struggles that we've gone through to get here. I don't know, this is probably a little rambly, but we're basically just trying to say things that have been happening. We've been trying to say them for a while. I don't know how many videos we've recorded in the past, but I know we're up to 17 in Dev Diaries.
And we've definitely not released 17.
Not posted 17. Something would, every time we would record one, and we're like, I'd cut it and edit it, and I'm about to post it, something would always happen that would basically cause us to go into lockdown mode and be stressed out and have to deal with a situation that we're just not interested in dealing with, but we have to because it's, we're protecting our own interests. We're making sure that stupid things aren't happening. I'm surprised a lot of other stupid things haven't happened around what we've been doing, but, touch wood, it doesn't.
I mean, because it's like we'd say things that we're planning to do.
Yeah.
And then that would change due to those kinds of things happening.
It's just been that kind of development.
Yeah.
Like, what we really want is just to make games and do it in a way that everybody gets enjoyment out of it. And not being able to show any of that has been hard. In fact, it's been the shittiest part of it all. Not being able to talk about what we're doing and show off a lot of the art that Lisa has been working on and a lot of the features that I've been working on, even if it's just like playground testing sort of thing. That's the shittiest part of anything. If you're making something and you can't show it because of situations occurring around you, that is a shitty situation, and we've been in a shitty situation for a long time. I'm not being negative about it, I'm just like, that's just how it's been. But that doesn't change the fact that the thing that we're trying to do is we're of a good standard for everyone else, and we hope we get there and shit doesn't keep happening. That's kind of what we're coming out and saying. Yeah.
So things hopefully will go well, and we've decided that any future kind of videos we do will be talking about things that we've already done, and not discussing the future, so that we'll actually be able to get them out.
That way it's like, it actually comes out. It doesn't just sit on my hard drive for the rest of its life.
Yeah. So hopefully be able to hear from us more often. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
We always say that, but we never fucking happens.
So no promises, but we're hoping.
I don't know, maybe we can try and do something different that's less about what we're doing and talking about industry things or, opinion-based discussion. I don't
just
fucking
to
know.
be like, hey, we're still here.
Yeah.
So we're not just like echo, like there's no sound coming from us for like months on end.
We've got lots of people following us and like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like they might think we're dead or we've given up. It's like, we haven't given up. I'm not sure if this video actually came out, but if we were going to give up, we would say it. We would announce it.
I think we did release something saying that.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
good.
I think we did.
But just to reiterate, we would come out and say it. So we're still working, we're still here, we're still working hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think that's enough.
I think that's enough. Okay, well, we'll catch you in the next video.
Yeah, catch you in the next video if that ever happens. And thank you for watching and listening, and to the people who are continuing to support us in the shadows.
Thank you.
Much like thieves. And yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.